Hi, I'm Eric Dewey from the Socially Awkward Studios, Science and Beer, and Her Majesty's Secret Podcast, and you're listening to another proud presentation of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Check out more shows at foureyedradio.com. Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
I don't know if I actually didn't tell you this. So I got a message from my ex-wife this morning.
Yeah.
And it was on like Facebook Messenger, which she never sends anything to me through that because we know each other's phone numbers. And it said in there, because my son had a basketball game, and she was like, I'm not going to be able to make it because her purse got stolen last night.
No.
With her phone, debit, credit cards, everything. Okay? So she's like, I'm trying to figure out where it is, what happened, this whole thing. So I'm like, all right, no worries. You just missed your son hitting a game-winning shot at the buzzer, but whatever. He did. It was really cool. But she then sends me another message, like a few hours later. She said, I'm on whatever avenue.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then street name. I'm not going to say what it was, but it was in the avenues. Said, I'm out here right now waiting for the police. We've located my phone. With the, like, Find My Phone
Friends. Yeah,
app.
I have that.
Yeah. So they located the phone and the purse and everything, and I'm waiting to hear if they, like, found it. Like, what do they do? The cops bust through for a stolen purse?
Well, my sister lost her phone at the mall, and she called the police, and they tracked it to someone's house. And
Really?
They're like, you have an item, you can either give it back or, whatever. She's like, I saw that somebody left a phone. I was going to return it, but not till tomorrow.
But I brought it all the way home.
Yeah, but I brought it all the way home instead. So she just handed the cops the phone, and my sister got her phone back. Yep.
So that's the price of stealing a phone, just having to give it back. Mm-hmm. I'm going to become a phone thief.
I think you should.
Yeah, that's my new plan. And I'll give it like the lost and found. You give it like 2 weeks. Nobody, like the police don't call to claim it. Then, hey, it's mine. I'll sell it on the black market for 3 to 5 cents.
35 cents.
Yeah. More than I had before.
You know what? You'd be like, hey, here's a finder's fee. I need the fee. I found your phone. You lost it. I didn't steal it. I just found it, and I'm going to need a fee.
Yeah, it's been in my lost and found for 2 weeks.
Storage
it's been annoying
fee,
if you ask me.
Shipping and handling. Oh, no, just handling. Yeah. I had to answer all this person's texts.
Buy a charger for it. It was dying. Literally, you go into the person's house, every wall jack outlet has a different charger for all the phones they steal.
Power strips.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to go back to your son's game. So your son won the basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I mean, there's not much to tell. He hadn't made a shot the whole game, all right? And he took like maybe 4 or 5 shots. He doesn't shoot a lot. He's more of a passer, distributor,
all right.
Steve Nash type.
He's quick.
Very. Dribbles through his legs. But he has to lift his leg because he's too short.
So cute.
Yeah. So he hadn't made a shot the whole game, and we were down by 1. And lo and behold, Braden gets the ball, 1 second left, shoots it up, hits the glass, goes right into the basket, and he won't stop talking about it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it one of those moments, like, on TV when the kids are at their game and they, like, hit the winning shot and they look up at the stands and his mom wasn't there? Was he crushed? Did it ruin the moment for him?
Yeah, actually, in the post-game interview, he's like, I want to shout out to my mom. I know she couldn't be here tonight. This was for you, Mom. This is for you.
He's going to leave a ticket for her at every game at the concession stand at school. Well, good job, Braden. It's pretty awesome. I hope he listens to the show on Sunday, by the way. Okay, so talking about kids for a second, my kids had book fair at their school this week.
Oh, that's my nightmare.
Okay, so
forget it.
Every day they come out, we need money, we need money.
I just tuned out.
Right, because it costs tons of money. So I'm like handing them like $20. I think a total of $60 went to them this week. And I'm thinking, well, it's for books. Books are important. All right. So at the end of the week, they brought all their stuff home. I'm like, all right, what'd you guys get? My daughter, I don't even know how the school allows this to happen, bought 3 calculators that look like chocolate.
TI-82s?
No, I wish.
83s?
They're like a couple bucks, but she goes, it smells like chocolate, but I licked it and it doesn't taste like chocolate. And I'm like, ooh, maybe you're not that smart. And then my other daughter goes, yeah, I licked it too. It doesn't taste like chocolate. So about 3 like cheap calculators, 3 posters of kitties and puppies, toys, a magic
Books
pencil.
and cats. Two of my least favorite things.
$60, and they came home with a total of 2 books between the 2 of them. But
What?
a slew of toys. What the fuck, school? Come on.
That's why my son's not going to go there.
Yeah, encourage him with sports because clearly school is now for shopping.
Yeah, and also
not
selling
learning.
books. Stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a book fair, not a toy fair. If it was a toy fair, maybe I'd be like, okay, maybe no money. But books, yeah, I support that.
Ugh.
I kind of feel like school
don't.
pulled a fast one.
Yeah, forget, hey, we're doing a book fair. Yeah, leave me and my family out of it. Hey, we're doing a muffin fair. Baked goods. Yeah, we're in. We're in. How much? Should we just give you a blank check?
You fill it in. Take this bag. Actually, the suitcase, because it rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then yesterday was Donnie's birthday. Happy birthday, Donnie. That's my sister. She's been on the show a couple times. We went to Zitehaus for her birthday.
Yeah?
And we got drunk. And there's a difference between things that are funny and then things that are only funny to drunk people.
Go on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be the judge of that.
All right. So I don't know how this happened, but she comes over to my house before we leave for her birthday. And I was like, oh, I really like what you're wearing. And she was, I like what you're wearing. And we were in a hurry, so we just let it go. Like,
And that's the funny part?
Halfway through the night, we went to the bathroom at the restaurant, and she's like, let's change clothes. I'm like, okay. Looking back, I'm 33 years old. It seems like the most ridiculous thing ever to do. But at the time, I just thought it was the funniest thing ever.
To change your clothes?
We switched clothes.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. At the time, I was like, that's funny. Let's do that.
Okay.
Now I'm like,
Nance,
that was really dumb.
I've been drunk before. Kind of think of myself as a professional. Never once have I laughed, even on the inside, at the thought of changing my clothes with somebody else. Now, granted, I don't have a brother, same sex, wouldn't be able to change clothes because he doesn't exist. If I were to change clothes with my sister, I wouldn't think it's that funny.
Actually, I think that would be really funny.
The public would. So would my cellmate.
He said, you're pretty.
I couldn't last. How long do you think I could last in prison?
Oh.
Prison.
I think booking would just tear you apart. It's just like the booking process.
The ride over?
Yeah.
Let's make a deal. We'll make a deal? Any deal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Booking.
yeah, I agree with you.
Sentencing.
Just the thought of it. Like when I watch a movie and I'm at home and they show prison stuff, I just fast forward through it. I'm too scared.
Gives you anxiety.
Yeah, I can't take it.
No, I agree. Prison seems rough.
Yeah. Are we recording?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. It was that kind of
Hey
night.
guys, welcome in. Another episode. We were planning to have a guest this week. We had him booked, scheduled, everything. We kept pushing back and back and back, and we wanted to get an episode out to you this week, so we're recording this last minute, and that guest will be in the next few weeks because a bunch of stuff came up. Apologies. He's going to be a good guest because he toured with Cat Williams for a while, which is cool. Because I know some of the people that listen to this podcast really like Cat Williams. And I've heard stories about what happens when you are featuring and touring with Cat Williams and all the perks that you get out of it. Because Cat Williams spends a shitload of money. He makes a lot of money. He spends a lot, too. On everybody.
Like an entourage.
Very much so.
Ooh, I wonder if they have a van, like a bus that they travel.
Well,
An
and we'll have
RV.
to ask. We'll have to ask him when he comes in when we get him in. The stories that I've heard is Cat gets in one car, and then everybody else gets in the car behind him, and then they follow him.
Just in case someone shoots at their...
Yeah,
what's
well,
it-
he doesn't want people in his car with him. He wants all the room to himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then they like shoot the decoy car instead.
Maybe, I
And
don't
he's
know.
safe, thank God. Like the presidential...
Whatevs.
Okay. Okay. So what was his name? Clayton?
Clayton Perkins.
And hopefully next week he can come on?
No, next week Chappelle is coming on.
Oh, cool.
Not Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I figured.
Chappelle Lacey, who is so fucking funny. I love this guy. You'll love him too. because he was a competitive cheerleader for like 15 years.
Oh.
Yeah, I know your kind of guy.
Yeah, I like the cheerleaders.
I'm pretty sure he's straight. I mean, it doesn't matter, gay or straight, but he's fucking hilarious.
Well, if you're a straight guy, where are you going to go to be around girls and, cheer?
An adoption center?
Babies.
Sorry.
Girls. Oh, speaking of, so back to Donnie's birthday. We had a babysitter come over for last night for the first time, and I'd never met her.
Go on.
She's very nice. She's very pretty. She
Okay.
was 17. I mean, she was like,
When's her birthday?
to be 18?
What? Who
I will
said
never
that?
tell you.
Okay.
But she lives right down the street from me, and I hope she comes back. But it was like, made me feel really old, because she starts talking to my kids, and, what school do you go to? And they all start talking. She went to the same school, and my daughter gets her yearbook out, and they're all looking through the yearbook together. And the babysitter's like, I know that teacher and this person.
Really?
Oh, I'm old.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was going to bring. I'm not going to bring that up. I hate doing that.
I was going to tell you something, but
I'm not. I have. We haven't been able to do a bit of the week because we've had comics in and they've been doing their bits, which is cool, and something actually like even better. But now that we don't, we can do a bit of the week, and we can do it now if you want.
I want to.
We don't have to.
Please.
Okay. So this guy, I don't think I've played his bit yet. We've only done a few of them, right?
I think we've done 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy's name is Neil Brennan. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Okay. He co-created The Chappelle Show with
that.
Dave Chappelle. So kind of on topic, Chappelle Lacey next week. So Neil Brennan, stand-up comic, co-created Chappelle Show. Really super duper funny. He's a regular at the Comedy Store in LA, so you can see him almost every night there. And then every Sunday he does a show in Santa Monica where it's like $5. And you can go see him, and then he brings a bunch of friends with him to do comic friends. It's not just like his friends, you can look at them. But anyways, so I'm going to play the bit. It's from his latest special called Women and Black Dudes. Women and Black Dudes. So it's the very beginning. So I think you hear him get introduced, and then he talks about technology, like the new technology stuff. And so I'll just play that, and then you can tell me if you're the same type of way. All right? So here you go, everybody. Whee!
Hi. How are you? Good. Hey, thanks for having me, first of all. Thanks to New Orleans. Thank you very much. So, hey, have you guys had that thing happen to you yet where you realize you're too dependent on technology? Yeah, it happened to me. My buddy was visiting from out of town, and he called me up. He's like, dude, I need directions to your house. I was like, all right, cool. You got a pen? And he goes, yeah, and I got to write this down. Here's directions. You're going to go to google.com. You're going to type in my address. Do whatever they say. And he was like, I'm not near a computer right now. And I was like, what do you have, GPS in your phone? He goes, no, I have like an old flip phone. It's like, well, then I don't think you can come to my house. I have cable and running water. It's going to freak you out. I was just in Seattle a couple weeks ago. Washington State now. Yeah. Washington State, so you know, weed legal. Weed legal, texting and driving against the law. So basically, a cop could pull you over, walk up to the car, see you rolling a joint on your lap, and be like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were texting and driving. Have a great day. So I live in California, and in California, the law is that we can't talk on the phone and drive. We can't text and drive. To talk on the phone and drive, we got to have the hands-free device. But my hands-free device broke recently, like a year and a half ago. So we all have the same plan pretty much for not getting pulled over. Here's what we do. We'd be driving along, talking to our friend, look over, see a cop. Then you got to yell to your friend like, yo, there's a cop next to me. Just hang out for a second. Same plan? Yeah. They'll never catch us, these bitch-ass cops. Texting and driving, also illegal. That I gotta say I agree with, though, because texting and driving is some mind-bending shit, isn't it? For real, 'cause she'll be driving along and be like, you know what, let me just quickly text my friend here. You look up and you're like, wow, was I driving that whole time? That shit was dangerous. Fuck. Because when I looked down, I was on the highway. And now I'm in my garage. Well, at least it was an important text. No, you're retarded.
He's funny, right?
I like that.
He's a really super funny comic. So any chance you guys get, dude, go see him. He doesn't really tour a whole bunch. But if you ever get the opportunity, take it and, I don't know, whatever. Do you text and drive? I think we've talked about this a bunch.
Yeah, I'm against it, but sometimes I have to.
Yeah, I know. Like those important times when you get the text, which Neil was talking about. Like,
All the
you
time.
texted me, where are you?
Yeah.
I was driving.
And I needed to know right then. I
Yeah.
couldn't just wait till you showed up when
Yeah.
you said you were going to show up. I needed
I had just made a left into your neighborhood.
textual confirmation
had
that
to let
you
you know.
were 5 minutes away. Or I could have just waited the 5 minutes.
No, I totally. I do it. I try not to. And I try to justify it never doing it.
I think it's terrible.
Yeah, but I always.
But my reason was good. I was feeling really lazy, and I was right by the front door, and I was like, I could open it now for when he comes here, or I could get all the way back up and open it again when he comes in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I walked in, the door was completely wide open. Your 800-pound dog is laying on its side, just like dead by the door.
She wagged her tail. I could hear it from the other room.
She did. She wagged her tail. She licked her lips sensually. I laid down next to her.
Then you didn't close the door behind you.
I thought it was open just to be open. It's a nice day out.
It was open because I didn't feel like letting you in when you actually got there.
All right.
But, the
Well,
important
how am I
part
supposed to
is-
know?
I don't know. I should have put it in the text.
At least you know your dog is so damn lazy, you just leave the door open. Like, it wasn't just cracked open, it was wide. You could have taken it off the hinges, and it still wouldn't have been as wide open as you left it.
I know all those leaves blew in from
Yeah,
the
they
outside.
did.
Because we had wind today where we live.
I almost felt like calling my house cleaners to get over to your house and
Send them
sweep
my
it up.
way. Every time.
Oh, I had to get a new landscaper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What happened?
The old guy stopped showing up.
Did he die? Or
I don't know.
You don't even know.
He just stopped showing up, so we got a new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's going to be awkward when he does show back up.
Yeah, I know.
He was like, I was in prison for 3 weeks. And you replaced
Your
me.
yard looks immaculate every time I get here. Where's my $50?
So how do you like the new people? Is it going well?
I guess it was their first day today.
Speaking of landscapers, mine too. Like I have 2 side yards, like there's the backyard and then a side yard on each side, and they don't touch that. They're like, oh, she doesn't go back here. So, we're going to just let this work itself out. Well, now like all the trees have like grown and everything's really grown out back there. So every time there's wind, it sounds like things are scratching the windows. Like you have to do the whole yard, not just the part where I see. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's asking too much.
It's not asking too much.
I think I'll have to tell him next time.
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
Oh, well. Next time. But that reminds me, I went to the dentist. I took my kids to the dentist for the first time ever. No one had cavities. That's a big deal. But that reminded me because
That is a big deal.
the hygienist is like, your daughter needs to brush her teeth better. I was like, I know.
Ew.
I tell her all the time. And she goes, oh, I always brush the front ones really good, but, I didn't know I had to brush where I couldn't see.
What?
Her and my landscapers. Holy hell. I brushed the front great.
Wow.
There's money in that
So
kid's
she's
mouth.
got those. Yeah, she's got those immaculate chompers up in the front.
Yeah.
And then the back is just rotting away to nothingness. Is that what she's got packing back
filling
there?
in every fucking tooth. Like there's
Does
no
she
way,
really?
Yeah, there's no way she could have any more cavities.
Just give her wooden teeth.
Oh, she
Call her
needs
George
something.
Debs.
Yeah, they're like, good news is she has no cavities. The bad news is she needs braces. Damn it.
Oh,
I
bummer.
thought I was saving money. No.
Bummer.
That's all right.
Did you wear braces?
For years.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. I ditched that quick.
Not
I didn't
lucky.
have to. Yeah.
You saw you know what I used
I
to
don't
look
remember.
like.
Yeah, but I don't remember people
Teeth
that wore
everywhere.
them or didn't. I just remember the girls that did. I just didn't. I completely ignored them and avoided them.
Yeah, that was a thing back then.
But it was also like, don't they say when you get braces that it's like they keep telling you, oh, another 6 months and we'll get them off.
Yeah.
And then you go and it's like 4 years later you still have them on.
Yeah, and I think that's just, you have to wonder if they just do it for more money or.
Do they get more money? I guess
I
they
don't
do. You have to
know. I
keep
don't-
visiting them.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to pay every time or it's
They're
just
expensive, huh?
thousands.
Ugh.
But we split it up into payments.
God, that's awful.
Yeah, it's awful, but whatever. She's gonna have braces.
You know what I heard? You remember the Jenny Jones show? Mm-hmm. You do?
Yeah.
And they would get sleazy people. It was that kind of show, just
Yeah.
weirdos. When they would call for people to come on the show, they would call them and not pay them anything. They would say, we're giving you a free trip to Chicago, free hotel, you can keep the clothes that we give you to wear on the show, and free dental work. And apparently every person, when they heard the free dental work, were like, we're in.
Yeah, it's insane how much it is to have the healthy teeth. I mean, my husband got 3 root canals a couple months ago.
What?
It's like a couple $1,000s.
3 in one sitting?
No, he tried. He had to break it up. He did 2 at once. and
Oh
then
my
one
God!
the next
Look,
week.
I haven't had a root canal. Bless my heart. But
Bless your heart.
3?
Yeah.
Don't they hurt horrendously?
I've heard it's bad. I don't know. I have great
And
teeth.
then again, your husband's like a grizzly bear. He doesn't care. He's like, no Novocaine. I want to see what this bitch really feels like.
And just pull them.
Yeah. Can you yank him out, clean him, and then put him back in? I'll be back on Thursday. Give you some days to do it. The guy's incredible. Actually, he would probably pull him himself.
He would.
Just bring him in a bag. Hey, here you go. I'll be back next week. So
Fix
I'll put
these.
him in myself, too. Just whatever.
Just fix them.
You can still charge me. I don't give a shit. I just, look, this is quicker. It's easier for me.
He is like that.
That guy's insane. He probably tattoos the inside of his skin.
You know he does.
When I die and they cut me open, they're going to see this badass cross tattoo in my stomach. Just tattooing my intestines.
That's terrible. Oh, so you said something about the Jenny Jones show, and I can't believe you even remember that. But
It's because I just heard that tidbit.
okay. Because I was reading the news earlier, and there was 2 stories I saw. One was about the Clippers.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Donald Sterling?
Yeah.
Guys, well, all right, here's the thing. It's reportedly him, okay? The NBA is going to investigate it.
They need proof that it's
Yeah,
him
because it's
talking.
just a voice recording.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out if it's really him. If it's really him,
Yeah.
for anybody that doesn't know, Donald Sterling owns the Clippers. He's an asshole, like he always has been. He's a terrible owner. And just recently, the Clippers got good, which I think he hates because he's always liked losing. And the person on the call got recorded saying to his Latino and black mixed girlfriend, because she posted a picture of her and Magic Johnson on Instagram, and he said, how could you do this? And you bring black people with you to the games, and I don't want that. And she's like, you don't want me to like black people and Mexicans? He goes, you can, but do it privately. You do not do that in public. You stay away from black people. He owns an NBA team.
That's like, okay, first of all, it's probably so easy to do some kind of crazy voice thing now with, phones
Yeah.
and voiceover. So I hope it's not him, because what a fucking idiot. And
Yeah.
sports is the one place you can go where race is not blacker the better.
Yeah, right. In the NBA, that's totally true.
That's
How black are you? You're in.
perfect. Yeah.
How Jewish are you? You're going to have to actually own the team.
Yeah.
So,
There's no
yeah,
place for racism in sports. I'm sorry, none.
would you play for him?
If he paid well and I could
You wouldn't
play.
care.
Morally, no.
Well, you're white, so I'm saying if
But-
you're black.
No, as long as I was paid well and I got a chance to play. But they were saying he probably, now that this supposed recording has come out, he probably doesn't play people because they're black. Everyone in basketball is
Yeah,
black.
they only play one white guy.
I know.
They really do. J.J. Redick, I think, is the old, Hedu Turkoglu comes off the bench.
Yeah.
But he's foreign. Does that count as white?
As long as he's tall, right? Isn't that, you just have to be
And
tall
Blake
and
Griffin's
good.
half white.
Yeah, I mean, if I was black
But he plays
and
like a
that
black
guy
guy.
said that, I wouldn't care because I would
Well,
just be so
I mean,
happy
that's the
that
big thing right
I was
now.
an NBA player.
The big thing right now is, do the players play?
It only hurts
Because they're playing
your
Golden State.
fans.
They're playing the Warriors tomorrow, Sunday. So I guess today, the day it comes out. This comes out. So they play the Warriors, and I guess we'll see if they decide to play or not.
I think
They'll play,
when they
dude. It's the
don't play,
playoffs.
it just hurts the fans. And I think the media
Okay, but you've got an
will
owner that,
tear
if
that
it
owner
was
apart.
him saying he doesn't like black people and Mexicans,
I don't
and
know.
you don't care, you're still like, dude, I'm going to play. I'm going
Yeah.
to play for this guy.
I mean, if I had
Okay,
tons more options,
If
maybe
you're
not.
the NBA, what do?
You make sure it's him, and then you just can they get
Suspend
rid of him?
him and
Suspend
fine him? I
yeah.
don't think you can just tell
Because
him
he
to
owns
sell
the
the
team.
team. Yeah.
Fine him.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know what you're allowed to do to an owner.
Let's find out.
You can probably suspend him from going to games or something.
Well,
and
no one's gonna like him now.
Nobody did like him before, to be honest.
So really, he has nothing to lose.
Nah, not too much. He's an old guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't give a shit. I knew somebody that was friends with his son,
Yeah.
Donald Sterling's son, and the guy that I knew said that kid was a complete fuck up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
like a
he's
terrible person.
dating a black Mexican. What was it? Half black, half
Yeah.
Mexican. So.
Yeah, how much can he
can't
really
be.
hate?
I think the true test to see if everybody's like, oh, I'm not racist. Really, have sex with someone who's not your color.
Okay.
I think that's the true test, and hopefully he's having sex with his girlfriend. So I think that right there says you're not racist.
Well, I don't
Anybody
know.
can say that they're not racist, but if you have sex with someone that is not your race, I think that really proves it.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know if I'm completely sold on that. Only because way back in the slavery days, didn't the people that owned the plantation, like the white people, rape the black women?
Maybe. I
This
think
is
you're
getting
right
too
about that.
deep
Okay,
for
yeah.
this show.
This is almost political, almost religious, and almost political.
Yeah, let's
Moving
move on.
Okay, so the next thing I saw in the news was about the Buffalo Bills cheerleaders. Was that right? The Bills?
Oh, I don't know about this
Okay,
one.
so the Bills cheerleaders are
Look
filing.
at you bringing sports to the show.
I know. Thought I'd do something nice for you. The Bills cheerleaders are filing a class action lawsuit against the team, I guess.
Why?
Well, they're saying that their rule book is like almost inhumane. So I'm going to read you a few of
Okay,
the rules.
cool.
Okay. I didn't get all of them.
That's all right.
Some of them are like there's a specific curfew, which sometimes I can understand because
I get that.
game
Teams have
night-
it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. When never eat in your uniform unless arrangements have been made in advance.
They don't want to spill.
I get that too.
Yeah.
Okay. When trying to capture a small piece of food onto a utensil, it is acceptable to use another utensil for aiding it aboard. Never use your fingers.
Okay.
Well, that's like treating people like kids. I think that's obnoxious.
Okay, and does the same stand if like you're eating chips?
I don't know. Maybe you'd use like a chopsticks or kitchen tongs.
Fun. Okay.
Like a
Or someone
clothespin.
else's hands.
That's how you do
Yeah.
it. I would like to be fed. Not in that uniform. Okay, this is in the rule book, right?
Yeah.
So try to brush your teeth or use mouthwash before an appearance. Bad breath is offensive. Always keep it in check. I think
That's
this is just
acceptable.
good advice.
Yeah. I mean, the dentist just told your daughter that.
Right, I think that's great
Yeah,
advice.
and she's not a cheerleader for the Bills yet.
Okay, the girls must avoid discussing religion, politics, and or strong opinions while wearing their 3 required eyeshadow colors. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of broken down too much, but
Yeah,
hey,
you're
I
saying
wish
it
that
right.
all of my friends couldn't talk about religion and politics in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about making my own handbook.
Maybe we should make a handbook
Yeah.
for just like the
The
general
appropriately
public.
inappropriate.
These are like recommendations.
friendly handbook.
So here's the deal. So that was just a couple of what they're saying are ridiculous rules. No, you shouldn't eat in your fucking uniform because if you spill, then
Yeah.
you look like a slob.
That's stupid. So this is
But-
their whole lawsuit?
Yeah, but here's where I'm like thinking, I was reading they make like an equivalent of $8 an hour.
Right.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, no, they
Because
make
I
terrible
do
money.
feel like when I go to sports games, I like seeing the cheerleaders. I think it's good. I think they do a good job. I mean, you have to practice on the, you don't just go on game day. Like there's a lot of practicing that goes into,
Yeah.
performances. So I think maybe their argument should be that they should be paid more. Like, if you want to be treated
yeah.
like a team player,
Yeah,
and part
especially-
of these huge establishments, you should be paid more.
Yeah, and they're part of the entertainment.
I agree. That's
I mean,
really
that's why the
only-
players get paid so much.
Yeah.
Because they are the entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody goes out to see them play this game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're there, I mean, yeah, it's nice that the cheerleaders come out during timeouts and keep you busy and entertained during that instead of just sitting there doing nothing. So I think they should get paid more.
I do
than
too.
$8 an hour.
Yeah, and they don't get paid for games. So it's almost
What do
like
you
they're
mean?
doing a public service. Like, they get paid nothing. They get paid for appearances,
Yeah.
$8 an hour. But like practicing and calling extra practices, they don't get paid for, and games they don't get paid for.
What do you mean they don't get paid for games?
That's what
They
the-
only get paid for appearances?
and
That's
stuff
it.
like that. Yeah, that's what the article said. I mean, it could be wrong, but they don't get paid for games. So
We know a
they're
cheerleader.
almost working for free. Yeah, and none of her money comes from cheerleading. I promise. You know her.
I do. But I don't know the guy that she's with. I have
It's
no
like a
idea
perk.
who he is. I don't- he doesn't look like someone that should be with her, so I guess he does have a lot of money.
Yeah, so I don't know.
No offense, Seahawk cheerleader.
I have to say, I am in favor of this lawsuit only for them making more money. I don't care about
Yeah.
the rules.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, if you really
Lawsuits are
need to be
just
told to
out of
brush your
hand.
teeth, you're stupid.
Or just from the South. And,
Free dental
which is,
work.
Yeah, why
had
aren't
to-
the Atlanta cheerleaders filing for this?
They started their career on the Jenny Jones show. What made you want to be a cheerleader? Well, after all this dental work,
Yeah.
woo!
Oh, man, what else do you got?
A couple things.
All right, bring them.
All right. I may have told you this story, but I'm going to tell everybody else. So, one of my fears about being a parent is ending up on the news on accident. You know, I feel like I, for the most part, follow rules and brush my teeth and all that
know.
shit.
Boring.
So this past weekend, I went to a birthday party, and it was at a restaurant/bar and grill. And I was with a friend, and I had to give some stuff to her. So I put my kids, after we were done eating, I put my kids in the car, and then I walked her to her car with this big, heavy item, because she's pregnant. So, you know, not too crazy of a party. So in the probably 2 minutes I was away from my car, a group of guys came up and saw that there was 2 kids in a car, and they probably just assumed their mom was at the bar and left the kids in the car. So I walked up, I'm like, hey, no, I'm right here. I just went over to that car and put something heavy in for someone else, and oh, okay. But I think to myself, like, if I hadn't come sooner, what would they have done? Smash the window, grab the kids, called the news, who knows?
I mean, fingers crossed.
Like, 5 drunk guys circled my car. I'm like, oh,
Did they
God.
really?
Yeah. They're like,
Oh,
there's kids in this
shit.
car. I was like, they're mine. Just
How
go
long
away.
were you gone
2
for?
minutes. And I stopped in one car because I saw a dog in this car. And I'm like, I wonder if it's okay that the dog's in
So
the car.
they're doing the same thing to their dog.
Well, there was 2 golden retrievers in the back of this pickup, but it had like a camper. So
You care more about dogs.
no, I don't. I'm
than you do your
scared of
own
dogs.
kids.
I wanted to make sure the dogs are okay, but I'm scared of dogs.
You're not
so I was
scared
just-
of dogs.
I'm scared of your dog.
You should be. My dog's an animal.
All dogs are animals.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, they're like, oh, okay, cool. Just making sure someone was, right. I feel like my kids are in good hands now.
Wow.
And then those drunk guys hit on my pregnant friend. I was like, whoa,
Ew.
you guys, keeping it classy.
Gross, dude.
Yeah, so bad that one of them, his friend had to pull him off. He was like pawing at her. Like,
Are you
"Ooh, can I have a
serious?
hug? It's just way drunk. You know, ever go out with your guy friends and one of them's just, other guys need to step in because he's
Yeah.
just so out of hand?
Yeah,
This
all
was
of
that
my
guy.
friends.
Who steps in?
Nobody. I just leave. I'm much smaller than all of my friends, so. And it's cool. It's cool, like being that because they know if they ever did. We're past the age of getting in fights.
Right.
Right. I was never even in that stage. But if it ever happened, it's good that all of my friends know I will run away.
That's good. Well,
It's great.
And at least you're consistent and they can count on that.
Yep.
There's like
Every
no
time they
surprises.
know that when there's like 4 of us out and there's 4 other guys and they're talking shit to us, my friends know, well, it's 4 against 3. So here we go, guys.
Kevin, we're going to need you get some water.
Yeah.
Maybe some towels from behind the bar. We don't know how this is going to
I
go.
will record it on my phone
You can
in
get
case
stuff.
we can sue them.
He's like, hey, hand me a chair. I need to throw it. You could be helpful.
Yeah, it's whichever side. It's just like if I was sent to war. Whichever person came up to me the soonest, I'd say, "No, I'm on your team." I would just be a shield. If they sent me to war, literally,
What do you think your job would be?
as a shield.
Really?
Yeah. I'd be like, why are you stapling handles to my back? And then I just get right off of the ship or whatever they put me on, and the guy behind me just puts his arm through those stirrup things
Yep.
and holds me up as a shield.
Hopefully it works.
I would.
Those rock hard abs,
Yeah.
they'll deflect anything.
Yeah, bullets would bounce off the old belly.
Oh, yeah.
Go right back at him. I'm Fat Man America.
How many abs do you need to be a shield? Like at least 4.
I have one ab. It just covers my whole stomach.
Forget dicing it up into 4, 8. I just have 1. It's my stomach.
Oh, man. Yeah. I feel the need to work out again really hard. I really got to start losing weight.
Okay.
Like bad.
Should we start the challenge back up?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, yeah, we should.
Okay, let's do it.
I need to find time. Literally, I need to find time. So I got to stop
You
taking naps.
could cut your nap out.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean,
Well, how long are your naps? 30 minutes?
2 hours. So
You're so lazy. That's probably longer than you're at work. I work from 10 to 2.
no, it's longer than I sleep at night.
I work from 10 to 2. I nap from 2:30 to 6.
So don't be silly. My naps from 1 to 3.
Oh, because you get an early start, like an 8 to noon
I am
schedule.
so tired
So
at
do you
1 o'clock.
Do you take a lunch at work?
I don't do anything.
You're so lazy you don't even take a lunch.
So I'm so lazy and out of shape. I got winded taking the elevator up to the 3rd floor. Like, oh my God. I forgot to push a button. I can't do it. I gotta wait till somebody comes in.
You need to be back in the old days when there was those elevator operators and they had to like turn the wheel to make the elevator go.
Oh, I don't remember ever
Elevate-
hearing about that.
Oh, I saw it on the Twilight Zone the other day. I was watching.
Really?
I don't fucking know.
And you're gonna take your history notes from the Twilight Zone?
This is the only place.
I just,
Hey,
I hope that bale of hay in your backyard gets stolen.
I'll know who did it, and I'll know it wasn't you because it's kind of heavy.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't me then. It might move down a little, but it won't be gone.
Did I ever,
I'll be laying next to it just screaming because I hurt my back.
You're probably allergic to hay. You're probably that kid. I have allergies.
I'm just itching myself in the pool. Oh my God, I had no idea. Are there fruit flies in here? Are there fruit flies?
My throat's closing. Fruit flies.
CJ, your dog, is giving me mouth to mouth.
You're both so lazy. You have to like get on the floor next to her. You're like, she doesn't really get up anymore. But I'm like, I have to tell you an elevator story. When my husband was a kid, he got stuck in an elevator for like 3 hours.
Oh shit!
Him and his cousins were trying
That's
to
like one of my nightmares.
jump, you know, when the elevator.
Yes.
So it broke the elevator, and they were stuck in there for 3 hours. And to this day, he does not take elevators
Hell no.
unless he has to. And we take the fucking stairs. He's like, let's just take the stairs. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I'm the same way, but
But you're
my,
way
my
too lazy
laziness
for the stairs.
trumps me.
Yeah. So like
next
an
time,
escalator.
Next time you get an elevator, play elevator roulette. That's where you go in. If you get an elevator by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
press whatever button floor you're going to, and then you fart, and then hope it doesn't stop for somebody to get in because they know it's you.
Yeah.
You're the only one in there.
Yeah,
it's roulette.
definitely.
That's the game you play.
Well,
I do it
every
every
time
time.
I'm by myself, I know I get to take the elevator, so that's awesome. I'm like, oh, good, my husband's not here. I'm taking the elevator.
Like a luxury.
Yeah. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's not something I get to do a lot.
Escalators are great.
I love those things.
They are, except when you're right when you get on, and then right when you get off, it's like your feet kind of trip up. You got to get the right
It's a rhythm.
footing. It is a rhythm.
I feel like it took my kids a long time to get that,
Yeah.
and it was always like a really stressful
How about the
thing.
ones in the elevator that are just flat on the ground? Like you look too lazy to just walk.
Oh, the airport ones.
Yeah.
I love those things.
You
I like to
like-
get on them and walk super fast.
Yeah, you just take a step. You're like 15 feet where you just were.
Yeah, that's not a treadmill,
It's like,
Kev.
holy shit, dude! I feel like Flash Gordon.
That's not a treadmill.
Oh, it's not.
It like propels you forward.
Yeah,
You got to turn around and
I'm
run the
running
other
with
way.
the grain.
All right, weight loss challenge is going to be a little harder this season.
Whatever.
Swimsuit season. Are you ready?
Oh no. Looks like it's t-shirts and impressive cannonballs for another year.
I saw this video on YouTube, or someone posted it on Facebook, and it shows this little boy, he's probably like 2, on a blow-up mattress, and someone else, like his mom, comes and like jumps on the mattress, and the kid just goes flying
Oh
off.
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that's really funny. I do that to my son. He jumps on my belly like a flob. You know those things you put in the lake?
Yeah.
He gets on one end of my stomach, and then I hit the top of it, and then he flies off into the wall.
My sister's kids spent the night last night. So 4 kids in my house.
Oh.
My God, one of them's a baby. So the baby, well, she's 3. She tells me this morning, she goes, "You have a big, pretty butt."
Ew.
I don't have a big butt.
Gross.
And then she goes, I don't know why she said that. And then she says to someone else in the room, "You have a little butt."
That's weird.
I know. Well, I mean, at least she said pretty. It was nice.
That's a nice compliment.
It was like a
From a 3-year-old
double negative
sicko.
or something.
Ugh.
I don't know why. Like, I think that's just like eye level for her, and she was just trying to talk to me, and she's like,
I don't know, Nance. I just think somebody needs to sit that 3-year-old down. Have a little conversation about incest with her.
I was like, hey, it's weight loss challenge. Let's not worry about that. Swimsuit season's coming up.
Oh, yeah, dude. How miserable.
I hate it.
Whatever.
I don't care.
I don't plan on frequenting community
I don't
pools
get
anyway.
in the pool anymore. I have a pool. I don't get in it.
I would every day.
Really?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I did every day over the summer. Every time I would get in the pool
Well,
and go swimming, and I'd be afraid of the imaginary shark that I pretended was in there.
when you were a kid, were you scared of night swimming? I was so scared
Yeah.
of swimming at night.
I was scared of day swimming by myself. By myself. I thought a shark was in the little light thing,
Oh, yeah.
and every time I turned my back on it, it would come out. And I would swim as fast as I could and run out of the pool,
No,
and I'd
that's
freak
real.
myself out.
That's real.
It's not real.
Keep being scared of that.
Ugh.
Yeah. Does your son swim?
No, I told him. I mean, he does. He goes in the pool.
You have to, like, really watch him.
He doesn't swim by himself.
Oh, okay.
Like, you have to hold him. He can do it, but he just won't. So he's going back into swim lessons
He's just
again this year. And
a
if he doesn't
star
get it by this
basketball player.
point,
Yeah, just give up.
then, yeah, I'm just going to go on a cruise and toss him into the ocean and say, this is how you learn how to swim.
Sink or swim, buddy.
I'm just kidding.
You'll have to throw him far.
I love
though.
him way too much.
I've heard that when people jump off cruise ships, like, you can get sucked under really
Yeah,
easily.
you
Like,
die.
you don't typically live from that.
Nope.
It looks like fun, but it's supposed to not be fun. And then it's a long swim because nobody sees you. No one sees you fall off unless they pushed you. Then it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, they're not going to say anything.
No. But yeah, you don't, I mean, jumping off a cruise ship, you don't want to.
You don't mess around with
You
that.
don't want to do that. You want to stay away.
Yeah, I've heard it's bad.
I mean, yeah. Greg Giraldo has a bit about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's play it next week.
I have it now.
Do
if I can
it.
find it.
Find it.
All right. Well, you keep talking while I find it.
Okay, what else do I have? Oh, so some of our friends, you know how people post pictures of food on
Yes.
Facebook? Which I don't like.
I hate it.
But-
Hated it.
I always feel like the people who are like, "Oh, I'm vegan. Look at this amazing, delicious vegan dish." Like, they have to go so far out of their way to make vegan food sound good.
Oh, I know.
So I'm like looking at it, I'm like, there's
Vegan
beans.
food is, I mean, that's got to be a choice, don't you think?
It's usually, yeah. I mean, some people have to do it for health reasons, but usually it's a choice.
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
I think being vegan's harder than working out really hard.
Yeah, it is.
I'd rather-
Eating healthy
It's
is
harder than working out.
Yeah, for me.
Like, I can do one or the other. I can't do both, especially when I work out because I get hungry.
All right, cool. I got it. Hold on. Okay. Awesome. I don't know why I'm so excited. I found it, guys. I got the clip. All right. This is Greg Giraldo talking about a guy that jumped off a cruise ship.
There was how about that guy jumped off the Carnival cruise ship, jumped off the cruise ship, jumped off the balcony of a cruise ship into the ocean because he got into a fight with his wife about his bar tab. So he jumped into the ocean and drowned. That story sounds insane to anyone that's never been married. Because I swear to God, I'm not saying this for a fact. When I heard that story, I thought, yeah, shit, I could see exactly how something like that. You're drunk. I'm on vacation. You're fucking drunk. I'm on fucking vacation. You're going to be hungover tomorrow. You're supposed to take ice sculpting classes on the Lido deck. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to jump off this goddamn balcony. You don't have the balls. Even Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, they seem to be pretty happy.
That's that one.
That sounds about right. You
Dude,
know
it's
what
so
if,
funny.
maybe if he hit the casino, that bar tab wouldn't have been such a big deal. That's
Have you been on a cruise?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, sorry, like you've been a lot?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never been. I probably will never go.
Going
And I'll
in
be
June.
very happy about that.
I know boats make me, I'm scared of the ocean a little bit.
Are you?
Yeah. I have a healthy respect for the ocean.
I mean, I'm not scared of the ocean, but I also don't go in it often. I'm never around it, really, not anymore. But cruises, I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that would be a problem.
They've been flipping over a lot lately.
They've been flipping over.
Or crashing.
Yeah.
And that one ferry that crashed.
Who, Tom Cruise?
No. Oh, no, he's terrifying. There was a ferry in some other country.
Who? John Travolta?
He's even scarier. I see a Face Off sequel coming on right here. Did you see that movie? Face
No.
Off? Oh, my God.
No.
Okay, so there was a ferry that fell over, and all these people died, and it was really sad. But how does that happen?
How does that happen?
Lately, always the captain's been getting off the boat. And Titanic showed us all that the captain goes down with the boat. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't
now.
know how that shit
I
happens.
feel like that's very selfish.
Yeah. Those boats are huge.
Yeah.
Like, insanely, massively huge. To where it kind of puts a fear in me when I stand next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, how does something this big get made to float around? Like, it's not a building. It's a
barge.
bunch of buildings. Yeah.
It's a floating hotel.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's a
to think
floating MGM Grand.
about. Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Well, yeah, no, I'm not so
Casino,
scared.
restaurants, comedy club,
Yeah.
pools.
Bowling alleys, ice skating rings,
Is-
everything.
really?
Yeah. Everything. Elevators on both sides. It's crazy. Tons of stairs. I'll be taking lots of stairs going on a cruise in June.
Oh my God, where to?
I can't remember.
Don't they stop like every day
Caribbean
or something?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, of
there's
course.
like making,
Yeah, the
this one's
Caribbean
making
or
3
whatever.
stops, I think. Well, people don't really cruise to Mexico anymore. It's not safe.
don't-
This one stops on the
Well, isn't that
vacation
where our
side of
friend
Haiti.
is? Our friend is boating in Mexico for 2 years.
She is going to have such a good time.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
That
And
sounds
she
like a terrible
floats
idea.
away,
too,
yeah.
though. Not fun.
And hey, if you're listening, friend of ours that owns a sailboat that's homeschooling your kids for 2 years out on the sea, I hope you survive to tell the story.
He would say, I hope your lawn dies, but you won't have lawn out there. We got to get her in here and talk about this.
All right.
It's a cool story.
We will. I did tell her lawn, I hope her lawn dies, and she said it's already dead. And I said, then I hope a horse shits all over your lawn, it comes back to life, and then it dies again. And she said, I just put manure down on it 3 days ago.
Right
so,
on top of it.
We're working on it.
Maybe you can say that you hope her pool turns green.
That's a good one, because they can come back from that. I like that. I'm going to
Yeah,
use that.
use that.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope your kids have learning disabilities. Is that... One of them does.
He's probably smarter than both of us put together.
Oh, 100%. If someone's not smarter than me, they got some
being
issues.
lazy a learning disability? Or is that a
being
choice,
lazy.
like veganism?
Being lazy is a choice.
Like being a vegan, but that's really
Yeah.
hard.
Being lazy, that's pretty easy, Nance.
As long as you
Just
feel
wake
good
up every
about
day
it.
and fall right into it.
Just barely.
Yeah, from waking up. You're like, oh, again?
As long as you feel good about that. You know?
Another day with my eyes open. Here we go.
Me and my ab are going to find some food, I guess.
I have, what time are we at?
48 minutes.
Oh, okay, we can kind of start to wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
I am at Stand Up Scottsdale tonight for the April showcase. It's a huge lineup. So everybody go. It's $10, 7:30, Stand Up Scottsdale in the new Tafford room. And it's going to be awesome. So come see me tell all brand new jokes. I've been in a huge funk lately.
Why?
Like 2 months. I haven't gotten off stage where I've been happy with my set. People have laughed or whatever, but I'm not. I just haven't been happy about it. And then on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I went up on stage with nothing. Okay? Literally. I had nothing planned. I was just going to go up and talk. And if it was funny, cool, but at least what I was saying was meaningful in a way, you know? Like it was just coming from me. I got up on stage, and literally out of nowhere, I just pulled up the chair and sat down in the chair, which I've never done before.
Do people laugh?
No, not at that. But it was more comfortable. Like, I just sat down and I bullshitted for like 5-6 minutes. People laughed. It was fun. I got off stage like actually satisfied and happy with what I did. So who knows if I might do that again tonight. I don't know.
Do it.
All right.
Okay, have you ever been to a restaurant when the person taking your order like pulls up a chair? It's like, hey, let's get personal. I'm like,
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes.
I don't like it.
And it's usually when I show up before anybody else and they think it's just me. And they're like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, good, there's other people coming. Sure there is. Should I get you dessert first? God,
I eat
lady.
my problems. I know. I think that's so awkward when people are like, I'm going to pull up a chair. We're going to get to know each other.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm trying to get to know the person I'm here with. We can reschedule with this other person. I'll make a special dinner just for you.
Dude,
We'll reschedule.
How do you order food at a restaurant? How do you say it? How do you start?
Like, I pick what I want, and then I say, I want to have this.
Okay, that's how you say it?
Yeah. I would
say-
like to have this, and
Okay.
I usually like have a list of shit I don't want in it.
Okay.
No this, no that.
I
no
say
this.
that because I would order, can I have
Mm-hmm.
blah, 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 blah. And my dad yelled at me one time.
Why?
He said, you don't ask, you tell
tell,
them
yeah.
that this is what you're having.
Yeah.
And if they don't have it, they'll tell you, and you tell them to go out and buy it and get your fucking food.
Yeah. Your dad raised a really lazy go-getter.
Ever since then, though, I order now. Like,
Yeah.
and what will you be having? And I said, I'm going to have the spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
And then the person at McDonald's is like, it's not on our menu, sir. We've told you this 5 times.
The closest we can get is a McRib.
Gross.
I know. I've never had one.
I have.
Is it gross?
Yeah.
But they brought it
I
back.
still have them in my freezer.
Like, it was off, but then they brought them
They
back.
do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
like
very special
special
treat.
Okay. There's one thing I want to like dedicate a whole episode to this, but we only have this episode. Well, the end of it. So I have this pet peeve, and I didn't realize I had it until recently. But now that I think back, it's very important to me. When you meet someone and you shake their hand, even as a girl, like a woman, if I meet a woman, they give me like a sissy handshake.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that person.
Yes, very much so.
Like recently, I met someone, and it was an important conversation, and I got the most like limp-wristed handshake ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I don't want to do business with you. That was
I'm
it.
assuming that's your same reaction with cock.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
But that can be fixed. Like that's like, well, maybe, we can work on this.
Let me get to work.
But a limp handshake, I don't even want to know you. I don't
Yeah.
want to be friends with you. I want to end this
I agree.
thing as soon as I can. I'm
I
like,
agree.
ew, gross.
Now, as a dude, some guys come in with super strong handshakes to prove their alpha masculinity. And when that happens, it crushes my hand,
Yeah.
and I come off like the
Tap
weak
out.
hand. I come off like I'm giving this weak handshake, and no bullshit. I tell them, dude, it's because you shook my hand like that. I'm not a weak hand person.
Right.
Because I don't want them to think that way about me.
Yeah.
And I don't know how hard to go in. I do my regular handshake, like a
Like a
firm
good
one.
firm one,
But
yeah.
if somebody's got these massive hands and they just crush you,
Yeah.
it's just...
I'm glad that
I got to tell my mom to stop shaking my hand.
Yeah, but she's really strong. I have a feeling she does the heavy lifting for the whole family.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm going to play another bit to play us out.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you choose. It's going to be from Hannibal Buress, and you get to choose his bit either about debit cards or jaywalking.
Debit cards.
All right. Here goes nothing. You guys, thanks for listening. Say your byes.
Oh, bye. Thank you for listening.
See you next week.
People went crazy for Black Friday. It was weird. And people camp out for the deals. Yeah, you got the deal, but you camped out. That negates the deal. I'd rather pay full price and sleep in my bed. Yeah, I don't want to buy gifts for people. I'm fine with buying gifts for people, but it's just a time. I wish I could just give people the amount of money that correlates to how much I love them. Like, I love you. Here's $500. You, all right, here's $37. I hate you. Give me $50. I lost my debit card recently. I had 5 charges on it before I caught it. First charge, $30, Chuck E. Cheese. Who goes to Chuck E. Cheese as soon as they find a debit card? Are you serious? Hackers found his debit card. Who's up for some horrible pizza and whack-a-mole? Let's go right now. Who's up for black Pepsi and air hiking? Let's get it while we can. Time is of the essence. This dude is about to cancel this, y'all. First charge, Chuck E. Cheese. Second charge, $170 at Target. Third charge, $300 at Walmart. Fourth charge, $18 on gas. Fifth charge, Chuck E. Cheese again. What type of monster are you? You didn't have enough fun the first time? If my car gets stolen by a 9-year-old or by some horrible broke father, you can finally take his kids out with my money. I hope they had a horrible time on the second outing. I hope the pizza made his family sick, and I hope his kids never learn to read. Then another time my car got stolen, somebody was charging up crazy stuff in California. I live in New York. 2 separate $400 charges at Barnes & Noble. Who balls out of control at Barnes & Noble? Who's ever spent more than $80 there? And I hate Visa fraud prevention for not knowing I'm not the type of guy to spend $800 in 30 minutes on books. You don't want to call me and check that one out? Oh, we thought maybe you went on a knowledge bench. Nah, I did go on a knowledge bench. That wasn't me. Why didn't you call me? You know with your whole heart that wasn't me. I really wish you would have called me. Sometimes you call me for some of the silliest stuff. Hey, Mr. Burris, Fraud Prevention just doing a courtesy call. I wanted to verify this $3 charge on bread 2 blocks away from your house. Yeah, that was me spending $3 on bread 2 blocks away from my house, but that wasn't me spending $800 on books across the fucking country. Then a $600 charge at Bed Bath & Beyond, so I know I was dealing with a woman that looked for buying How many body washes did she need? Hope the sheets gave her family bed bugs, and I also hope her kids never learn to read. And if her kids already know how to read, I hope they forget how to read. Then they can get usage out of that $800 worth of books. And I know some of y'all tightened up when I called that woman a cunt, but somebody steal more than $1,000 from me, I call them what the fuck I want.
This has been another proud production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You want to see more shows, go check out www.foureyedradio.com, you winkers.